Manny Margot, public enemy number one, hits a 2-out bases clearing double in the first inning off Logan Gilbert, who entered this game fourth in all of Major League Baseball in ERA, first in the American League. And the Twins hung 5 runs on him in the first inning. My goodness, Ryan Jeffers went deep again, his 8th home run of the season. He now has an OPS north of 1,000 on the season. Just ridiculous. Max Kepler also homered later in the game. Kepler flirting with a 1,000 OPS. He's at 952. Max Kepler, super hot of late. Great to see. And then it was Pablo Day. He looked amazing. 6 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, no walks, 10 strikeouts. Pablo now has a 3.89 ERA, a 0.98 WHIP, and 11.25 Ks per 9 on the season so far for Pablo López. So on a day that the Mariners, their ace of their rotation so far, Logan Gilbert, gets crushed, Pablo looks every bit the ace that we love to see him. Stepped up big. The bullpen's been kind of run a little ragged lately. Twins needed a bunch of runs and a good start, and they got that. Got some defense. See, we saw the hitting. We saw the pitching. Here's some defense. Willie Castro, man, this guy just makes stuff happen. The Castro chaos, no matter where he is in the diamond. Miranda can't quite get this one, but Willie's right there. Over to Rocco.
Big time series. I mean, it might be the best starting pitching you're going to run into all year long. It's just guy after guy who has dominant type stuff, and we went out there and scored runs the entire series.
It really was amazing, and some of the beat writers did a really nice job kind of contextualizing this. The Mariners starting pitchers had combined to allow 15 earned runs in their last 15 games. 15 earned runs in their last 15 games, and the Twins smoked them. Dan Hayes, that was from Do Young Park for MLB, Dan Hayes of The Athletic, sharing the breakdown of not only did the Twins jump over these Seattle starters, the Twins rotation was awesome. And, as if we didn't need any more good vibes, Royce Lewis running around. Just seeing this is amazing. Let's hear from Royce.
No, I feel great. I've been hitting full cage routine, running around a lot more than I was a couple weeks ago.
So for the minor league portion of tonight's system recap, we are shining a great big spotlight on Zebby Matthews, who is making his AA debut. And oh my gosh, you couldn't have imagined that it would go any better. This guy was remarkable, hitting 97 routinely, topping out at 98 per the broadcast, just completely dominated. He gave up a single you see there in the first inning. The second batter he faces, he gets a double play to wipe that out. Faced the minimum through into the 7th inning, through 6 1/3 innings, had faced the minimum. Recorded 18 consecutive outs, so he was basically perfect for 6 innings. Goes 6 2/3 innings, gives up 3 hits, 2 runs, but neither of them were earned. We'll get to that later. No walks, 9 strikeouts. He throws 90 pitches in this one. This guy had an insane season last year. I shared in the prospect zine that I made over the offseason. He had the second lowest walk rate among the 272 minor league pitchers to throw 100-plus innings. Pearson Ole had the lowest, by the way. And Zebby Matthews also had the best strikeout-to-walk ratio in that sample. Best strikeout-to-walk ratio of any minor league pitcher last year who threw at least 100 innings. That's 272 guys at 7.47. And you can't calculate his strikeout-to-walk ratio this season because he hasn't walked a guy. After 9 strikeouts tonight, Zebby Matthews has 37 strikeouts and has not walked a single batter this season. As you've seen from some of these highlights, this guy is intense. He is locked in. It's a quiet intensity, but you can tell he is just competitive as hell. He refuses to give in to hitters when he falls behind in counts. He's going to find a way to get back in. He had multiple pitches working in multiple places of the zone in this one tonight, which really came in handy again when he fell behind batters in particular. Surprised some guys with a few spots. I felt like and for this to be his AA debut, to turn in this impressive of a performance, and here it is again. That from the first inning to the 1 out in the 7th, he had not given up a hit in that whole stretch. Super impressive. Unfortunately, things, they get this kind of good swing, good on him, just putting it in play, shoots it down the line. But Emmanuel Rodriguez playing right field here gets it in quick enough so that runner can't score. They have a mound visit. I kind of envision probably here they're explaining this is going to be your last guy. Leave it out here. Zebby does his job. Unfortunately, Tanner Schobel bounces this one over, and it gets by the first baseman, so it's a 2-run scoring error. And that's Kyler Fedko over at first, an outfielder by trade that just started playing a little first base this year. I'm sure those guys felt awful, but happy ending. The Wind Surge won. So, and then we can bask in this gorgeous line by Zebby Matthews. I'm going to leave this up just for a little while longer than we usually do, just to soak this thing in. My goodness. Andrew Morris also pitched tonight. Went 5 innings in a game that got called after 5, so he's actually going to get credited with a complete game. That's going to mix me up when I look at his stats all year. But, well, what, Morris threw a complete game? I'll have to remember, oh, yeah, it was 5 innings. On to the notable hitting performances. But this is all about Zebby Matthews, 8th-round pick out of Western Carolina, who wasn't even in his college rotation that entire last season in college ball that he had. Just an incredible, physically, he looks a lot different, too. This year. So credit to him for working his tail off and off to such a great start. Thank you so much for watching this video. We will talk again tomorrow.